I do influencer baby name predictions, but I already know the answer because that's me, and that's my sister, and she's about to have a baby. And of course, I've been granted clearance level 10 on baby name intel since childhood. Aesthetically here, we've got a classic Kiki witch wife and bearded booba husband. This witch specifically has always reminded me of my sister, therefore within that same universe, bearded booba. Canonically, I was once her, annoying and cute, but now annoying and homely. With time, she may meet the same fate, but for now, she's pregnant in a forest cottage, and I've got a combo list of the names she likes and the names I've already suggested, presented here in order of favorability. There is a blend of history and fantasy, of whimsy and stoic. Whimsy and stoic. Whimsy and stoic. So from his legend, we jump to hers. Yeah, Joan of Arc. I'm adding Joan, a feminine icon of strength in medieval history, and a little bit of stoic Dust Bowl vibes, because looking at the name data from my sister's list, there is a slight leaning towards 1936. A time with Eleanor, Florence, Gertrude, Winifred, Sybil, Dorothy was number 6 in popularity, and Joan was number 7. And it just has good vibes. Joan of Arc, Joni Mitchell, Joan the Bachelorette, and some upcoming show starring Sophie Turner called Joan. It's a cross-reference with our shared family tree to find some ancestral witchy Joans. Joan Hicks in 1539 England, must be a witch. Joan Thayer, Gloucestershire, England, 1592, oh, that's a witch. Joan Tathby died in 1553 at age 90, witch. Joanna Hall, derivative of Joan. Her mother, Sarah Mackenzie, our 18th great-grandmother, is a Scotsman from 1370 AD. Hang on, Sarah Mackenzie was married to some fancy pants Thomas, 600 miles away in Avon, England. If the date is correct, she might have been 12 years old. How and why did Sarah Mackenzie end up living and dying in a place so far from her homeland in 1426? Interesting here, with the accession of Henry IV happening in her lifetime, Great Britain had a lot of internal tension, stuff happening in France too. England is booted out of there in part because of Joan of Arc, a young peasant girl. By the end of this century, the vulnerable nobility were overtaken by the prevailing Tudor family. At age 13, Margaret Tudor is married to James IV in hopes of peace between England and Scotland. Now, on a personal level, it is thought-provoking for my sister and I. Our 18th great-grandmother was also a child bride to English nobility during a time of turmoil, and there's Joan in both stories. There's parallels, and it's compelling, particularly because my sister's favorite nook of history of all time is the Tudors. I myself am more of an Oregon Trail kind of gal. Now, for that reason, the next name idea here is Catherine, nickname Kitty. There's tons of iconic Catherines among the Tudors. I didn't even have to do any research, I just asked my sister. Catherine was also the name my sister adopted for her high school French class persona. And also, during this pregnancy with her first daughter, she read, for the first time ever, the classic novel Wuthering Heights. With me, we made it a book club with a reading chart and everything. Did find this name in our family tree. There is an 11th great-grandmother named Catherine who died in 1685. That's a witch. Also, amidst our Wuthering Heights book club, there was a unanimous and passionate agreement. The unsung hero of this entire novel is so clearly Ellen Dean, Nellie. While Catherine is a lovely name, no one should actually aspire to be Catherine Earnshaw Linton. Catherine would identify most with Madame Mim. Who we should aspire to be is the hardworking, stern yet maternal, storytelling, eavesdropping extraordinaire, Nellie. Nell sounds like Elle, like Eleanor, and that's a name my sister likes but won't use because it's already her niece. So a full name could be Nell or Nellie or even Cornelia or Noelle. This one offering an amusing nod to my sister's birthday, wedding date, even this baby's baby shower, all happening within 2 weeks of Christmas. So okay, back to here. We know this is the vibe, but the truth is my sister's favorite princess movie is Sleeping Beauty, which aligns with the whimsy and the fantasy and the forest cottage vibes. You need a name that's like Merryweather without actually being Merryweather. She likes Florence, except for the S sound in there, which makes this next idea a very natural fit. Say it with me. Flora. I love the nickname Flory because it feels like the word fairy plus story. Now moving along with other early animated Disney classics of idyllic feminine beauty, we have Maid Marian. My sister loves the alliteration of Midge Moisick. Marian Moisick offers the same pleasant association with Music Man, which is perfect for a lover of musicals who has recently performed in The Music Man. Marian is also a worthy substitute of Moira on their list, which they like the sound of but obviously won't be using because it is currently too associated with a different musical performer. And lastly, from here to here to here, we have Bronwyn. It's like we combined Bronte with Winifred, one of her favorite names here, and this name entirely has the vibe. It's history and fantasy, whimsy and stoic, Celtic Kiki witchwives with bearded booba husbands away at sea. What else is there to say? Joan, Catherine, all the variations of Nell, Flora, Marian, Bronwyn, or one of these. What should she choose?